Hello students, here in Malaysia. Today we are going to see the steps to connect the database with the Java applications. We have already seen the steps to connect the database with the Java application, but orally we have seen. Let's see in the detail. First, these are the types, 5 steps to connect the Java application with the database using JDBC. First, that is the register the driver class. Second, creating the connection, then creating the statement, executing the queries, and closing the connection. So these are the 5 steps. First, register the driver. Second, create connection. Third, create the statement. Fourth, that is the execute the queries. And fifth, that is the closing the connections, right? So 5 steps you have to follow to connect the database with the Java application. Next, callable statements. These are the interfaces extend the prepare statement interface, that is provide the support for both input as well as the output parameter, right? So callable statement represent the store procedure. Store procedure, that means what? It is a subroutine used by applications to access the data from the database. Next, register the driver class. The for-name method of the class is used to register the driver class. This method is used to dynamically load the driver class. Syntax: public static void for name string class name throws class not found exception. Suppose we are going to register the Oracle driver class, then class dot for name, that is the oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot oracle driver. Okay, so this is about the register the driver class. Second, create the connection object. So get connection method, that is the driver manager class, is used to establish the connection with the database. So here is the syntax: public static connection get connection string URL, that is throws SQL exception, right? Public static connection get connection string URL, string name, and string password, that is throws SQL exception. Suppose the URL or name or password, it may be arise any exception, then that will be catched by the SQL exception. So for example, to establish the connection with the Oracle database, then we have to first create the object. So connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection, jdbc oracle theme @ localhost 1521, right? That is the system, that is the name, and password, that is the password. Okay, so whenever you are going to create the connection or establish the connection, these are the 3 necessary parameters. First, that is the URL, second, that is the name, and third, that is the password. So using URL, name, and password, you can establish the connection of the between Java application and database. So here is the way or syntax, we can say: connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection, JDBC Oracle theme, that is the type of drivers, right? So here the JDBC Oracle theme @ local 1521, that is the URL, and system, that is the name, and password, that is the password. You can write anything in password. Okay. Next, create the statement object. So how we can create the statement object? Then create statement method is there. Using create statement method of the connection interface, that is used to create the statement. So object of the statement is responsible to execute the queries with the database. Okay, so for example, statement stmt equal to con dot create statement. Okay, so here how we can create the statement. So for that we have to make an object stmt equal to con dot create statement. Next, execute query. Execute query method of the statement interface is used to execute the queries to the database. So this method returns the object of result set that can be used to get all the records of the table. Okay, so execute query, that means whatever the statement we have created, that will be executed using this method. Okay, so how? So we have to write public result set execute query, and whatever the query we have written in this tree, that is throws SQL exception. Right? Example, so result set rs equal to stmt dot execute query, double inverted comma, select star from the table name. Right? Suppose r dot next is that, then that will be get integer id 1 and then 2. So that will be combined as well, like this. Right? So how we can execute the query? We have to use the execute query method, and this is the way how we can implement execute query. Then last, that is the close the connection object. So closing connection object statement, we have to write down the close method. Right? Using close method of the connection interface, that is used to close the connection, con dot close. Next, JDBC database example. So JDBC database example, this is how we can implement. First we have to write the which package we have import, that is write down the package name. Okay, so first we have to write down the package name, package name, then import java.sql.star. It's necessary to write a .sql.star. Using that we can import the SQL in our program. Right? Our class. Public class name, private static void initialize method is there. Then we have to establish the connection, so we have made such an object of connection statement and result set. Then we have to create the name, right, for create a connection. So we have to use the for name method, class dot for name, double inverted comma, com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. That means first we have to register the particular class driver, sorry, database driver. Right? So here we have registered. Then next, cn equal to c. Here we have created one object cn for the connection. So here this cn equal to driver manager dot get connection. We have already seen 3 parameters we have to pass. First, that is the URL, second, that is the name, and third, that is the password, right? So same as it is here, we have implemented cn equal to driver manager dot get connection double inverted comma url, then password and name and password, right? Suppose we are not going to write any password, then we can write like this, double inverted comma only, right? Next, system dot out dot println connecting to the database. Okay, so here the system dot out dot println connecting to the database, right? If suppose the connection established, then it will shows connecting to the database. Next, we have make an object of the database metadata dbmd equal to cn dot get metadata. If suppose any driver information we want to fetch, then we have to use this, right? And here suppose that will be find out, then it will be shows like this, driver name, then dbmd dot get driver name. So we can know which type of the driver here it is used, right? So next, system dot out dot println in bracket driver version. Suppose we want to know the which driver version we have used here, then we have to write down dbmd. Here the d is not printed, guys, you have to consider dbmd dot get driver version semicolon, then system dot out dot println driver major version. Suppose we want to know the driver major version, then we have to write out same as it is, just we have to write down the different method, get driver major version. Next, system dot out dot println, then double inverted comma driver minor version, then we have to write down the dbmd, see plus sign that will be shows to fetch to write the data. Suppose we have defined any variable and we want to know about the value of that particular variable, then we are using in Java plus sign, right? So this is about the plus sign. Now the dbmd dot get driver minor version, so that will be print the driver name, driver version, driver major version and driver minor version. Now this is the system dot out dot println command successfully executed. If suppose the command is successfully executed, then it will print command successfully executed. Now we have to make an object of stmt. We have already made, that is the statement. Okay, so statement stmt equal to cn dot create statement. Dot create statement that is used to write the one queries or any statement. So here it is the system dot out dot println select database fetching records. Now the system dot out dot println creating a statement. So rs, that is the result set object, and stmt dot execute query. We have already learned through execute query we can execute the given SQL queries, right? So here it is the select star from student, right? So that will be shows the whole table of the student. The system dot out dot println executing a query, right? While rs dot next method is that system dot out dot println id equal to rs dot get string id plus t, right? So using that get string we will get the id. Now suppose we are going to get the name, then we have to write down the system dot out dot println double inverted comma name equal to rs dot get string name. That means we have here the object of result set. Here also this object of result set. So through this object we can call this method getString. We have already seen the result set methods, right? So getString method, using getString method, we can get the whatever the string we have passed over here, right? So this is about how we can implement the statement, then how we can pass the query and execute the query, then how we can call the particular records and print the particular records, right? So using statement object we can create the statement, then execute query method that will be execute the given SQL query, then getString method of the result set that will be print the given string. Okay, so suppose the exception arise. If suppose the exception arise, then we have to write down the catch exception E, and whatever the system generated exception is there, that will be print out. Public static void means string argues, then system.out.println welcome simple database operation. Here it will be called the initialize DB method. Okay, so then it will be print out the goodbye. So here that will be called the initialize DB. So guys, here it is. See, here it is. The initialize DB will be called, and that will be called the try. Then it will be follow such an instruction. First, that will be check it out the proper connection established or not. If suppose the proper connection established, then that will be shows the connecting to the database. If it is done, then it will follows the driver name, driver version, driver major version, then driver minor version. Okay, so that will be print the following details of the drivers. Then suppose the system.out.println command successfully executed. Select the database fetching records, then creating the statement that will be print execute the query, right? And whatever the queries we have written, right? So using this method, you have to remember such methods: execute query, get string, then create statement, for name. So this using this method you can easily write the JDBC database example, right? And this is how we can catch the exception, right? So you can create the particular database connection. Okay, we have already seen the JDBC drivers. See here, these are the some advantage and disadvantage we have to follow. So for the type 1, that is the JDBC ODBC bridge driver, and the advantages are easy to use and allow the easy connectivity to all the database supported by the ODBC drivers, right? And disadvantage of type 1, that is the slow execution time dependent on the ODBC drivers, and use the Java native to ODBC call, right? Now the type 2 JDBC native API. In the JDBC native API, the advantage and disadvantage are follows. First advantage is that is the faster rather than the first type, and second that is to contain the additional features. The disadvantage, it requires the native library, right, and increase the cost of application. So this is the type 2. Type 3 JDBC NATE Pure Java. So in this type of driver, the advantage of this type, that is the it doesn't require any native library, and the second that is the database independency, and third that is it provides a facility to switch over from one database to another database. The disadvantage, that is the slow due to the increase of the network call, right? In type 4, that is the pure Java, that is the faster execution and very desirable database driver. Okay, so this is about the advantage and disadvantage of this driver types. So hope you understand these topics. Thank you. Hello students, here Himali Shah. Today we are going to see the new chapter, that is the normalization. Okay, so in the last lecture we have seen the functional dependency and how we can implement the functional dependency and how to remove the redundancy in the functional dependency, then how we can find the closure set and all. And the today's topic, that is the normalization. So in this chapter we have to cover these topics. First, that is the basics of normalization, then second the normal forms, first normal form, second normal form, and the third normal form. Okay, so let's begin with the basics of normalization. So in the relational database schema consists of the collection of various schema, and each relation schema consists the number of attributes. So formally the relational database is the collection of tables. So each relation is collection of the tuples, and that is considered as the contains the data values according to the attributes, that is the columns, right? So normalization. So what do you mean by the normalization? So normalization is the iterative process which proceeds in the top down fashion by the evaluating the each relation against the criteria of the normal forms. Okay, so here it is, the process of evaluating and correcting the table structure to minimize the data redundancy. So reduce the data anomalies, works through the series of the stages that is called the normal forms. Okay, so this process is first proposed by the Dr. Code in 1972. Okay, so Code proposed the three normal forms, that is called as the first normal form, second normal form, and the third normal form, right? Second normal form is better than first normal form, and third normal form is better than the second normal form. How? We will see later. So for most business databases purposes, third NF is preferred. Okay, so you have to remember the normalization definition. This is the most IMP. So we can say that the normalization is the iterative process for evaluating and correcting the table structure to minimize the data redundancy. That is the top down fashion. Normalization, that is the top down fashion, and that is decomposing the relation if required. Why we need the normalization? Then that is the thing, reduce the data anomalies. For the reduce the data anomalies and the duplications, right? So for these two reasons we are going to use the normalization. Okay, so these are the three types: first normal form, second normal form, and the third normal form. We will see in detail, right? Suppose that they are going to ask a list out the different normal forms. So you have to write down first normal form, second normal form, third normal form. There may be the fourth normal form, fifth normal form, and BCNF, boys code normal form. These are the normal forms. But in your syllabus, we have to consider only the first, second, and the third. Okay. So this is the highest level of normalization. That is not always most desirable. That is not that is not thing, right? Like we can say that highest level of the normalization, that is only desirable. It maybe depends on the situation, right? Whatever the situation arise, that particular situation decide which type of the normal form we are going to refer. Okay, so this is about the normalization. Then let's see the advantage of normalization. So advantage of normalization, first, that is the avoid data modification. That means insert, delete, update anomalies, right? So that is only a reason to reduce the data anomalies. That's why we are going to use the normalization. So this is the advantage of normalization. Avoid the data modification, insert, update, delete anomalies, right? Then flexibility, obviously, to getting the data in the automatic render, right? Then it is a cleaner and easier techniques to manage your change. Then a better handle on database security, that is increase the storage efficiency. Okay, so normalization process, that is helps to maximize the use of the cluster indexed, which is most powerful and useful type of the index available. A smaller database, by eliminating the duplicate data, you will be able to reduce the overall size of the databases, right? Then next, the better performance, right? So here it is, the avoid the data modification. Then second, greater flexibility. Then third, the easier technique to manage the change. Then better handle the data security. Then maximize the use of the cluster index, the powerful and useful type of the index, right? And smaller databases and better performance. These are the disadvantage of normalization. So first, that is require more CPU, right, and memory, input output to the process, thus reduce the database performance, and that is require more join to get the desired result. See what happened, we have to reduce the anomalies, right? So anomalies and duplications, so it requires a more memory, right? And for the more CPU utilization, right? So this is how the poorly written query can be bring the database down. Obviously, whenever you are going to write the poor queries, then it will be take more time to fetch the data, right? So that's why it is written, poorly written query can be bring the database down. The next, that is the maintenance overhead. That is also one of the disadvantage of normalization. Okay, so this is about the disadvantage. Now the need of the normalization. See here, we have the example company that manages the building projects, right? So charges it will be clients by the billing hours spent on each contract. Hourly billing rate is dependent on the employee's position, and periodically report is generated that contains the information which is displayed in the table, right? We will see the table. These are the normal forms, guys. These are the types of the normal form we have already discussed. First normal form, then second normal form, then third normal form, fourth normal form, and fifth normal form. These are the exist, and BCNF, boys code normal form. So total there are the 6 type of the normal form, but we have to consider only the first, second and third normal form. Okay, first normal form criteria, that is the relation schema R, is in the first NF if it doesn't have the composite attribute and multi-value attribute or their combination. See, here it is. See, we have the composite attribute. Composite attribute, that means what? Composite attribute, that means we can see the address, right? So address, that is the composite attribute, that will be combination of multiple columns, that is called as a composite attribute. Multi-value attribute, that means what? For example, our contact number. So contact number contains more than one number, so that is considered as the multi-value attribute, right? So composite and multi-value attribute creates a problem in storing and retrieve the data, right? So remove it using the decomposition. Okay, so this is about the criteria of first normal form. You have to remember, guys, two things only. First, that is the composite attribute and multi-value attribute. Okay, so these are the combination of composite attribute and multi-value attribute that we have to remove from the given relation schema. Okay, so let's see the example. First, that is the customer one table is there, right? So customer table contains this customer ID, name, address and contact number. So here you can see, guys, society and city, that is the combination of one field address. So this type of the attributes, we can say that that is the composite value attribute. And here you can see the contact number for the GIA that contains a multiple numbers. So that is called as a multi-value attributes. Now what we have to do? We have to remove this particular combination of composite value attribute and multi-value attribute. So here it is. Yeah, we have already discussed that is the composite attribute, that is the address, and multi-value attribute, that is the contact number. Next, so solution is there, how we can remove this composite value attribute. So here it is the CID, customer ID, name, society and city. So we have bifurcate that particular column into two columns. And second solution is that we have the multiple contact number, so we can write here the customer ID, contact number, or you can write that contact number 1, contact number 2. Okay, so here it is the solution of first normal form, right? Now see here the first normal form, that is the one solution is that You can bifurcate this type of the columns, or you can create one new table, right? So here how we can bifurcate, or we can solve this particular schema, relation schema R, that is the R1 and this is the R2, right? So this is about the first normal form. In this first normal form, you have to remember only, see, first, that is the criteria. It's a necessary thing. You have to write first the criteria or rule. The relation schema R is in the first normal form if it doesn't have any composite attribute and multi-value attribute of their combination. Composite and multi-value attribute create the problem. Which type of the problem arise? To store and retrieving the data. So remove it using the decomposition. So this is the common technique, guys, to remove the particular schema or relation, right? So here it is the criteria. First you have to write the criteria, then you have to remove this such kind of the combination, right? And here we have given the example. So that is the customer table. Here it is. See, the solution is that you can bifurcate this column into the another column, right? Customer ID, name, society, city, contact number 1, contact number 2. That is the first approach. You can bifurcate this composite and multi-value attribute column into the multiple columns, right? And second approach, that is you can create the another tables like this, customer and customer contact. So here the customer ID, name, society and city, that contains the CO1, customer 1, that name is Jia, society Amul Awas and city that is ki Rajkot, and CO2 that is the Jenny, society that is the Saral Nivas and city that is the Bombay. Okay, so here we have bifurcate that particular column address into the multiple columns, yes or no? Then customer contact, contact contains the multi-value attribute, right? So here we have bifurcate into the columns, that is the customer ID and contact number. Contact number contains only the one contact number. Okay, so customer ID 1, customer ID 2, customer ID 3. So first ID contains the two numbers. So CO1 this number, then CO1 again this two number, second number, and CO2 contains this number. So how we can solve this particular ambiguity from the first normal form, right? So this is about the first normal form. So in today's lecture you have to remember first thing, that is the normal form, right? First, that is the normalization, then normalization definition, then list out the different normal forms, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, fourth normal form, fifth normal form and BCNF, that is the Boyce code normal form, right? Then advantage and disadvantage of normalization, right? So in advantage of normalization, avoid the data modification, flexibility, then database security, then efficiency, storage efficiency, then the smaller database and better performance. These are the advantage of normalization. Then disadvantage of the normalization, that is the more CPU utilization, more memory utilization, input output to process, thus reduce the database performance, or sometime we requires the more join to get the desirable result. Okay, and sometimes we have written the poor queries, then then we can get the poor performance. Okay, so disadvantage of the database, and that is next. Yes, maintenance overhead of that is also disadvantage of normalization and need for the normalization. So these are the most important topics, and these are the most important questions also, guys, usually asked in GTU. So refer well. And if so, in the first normal form, you have to remember this criteria. Relation schema R is in first NF. It doesn't have any composite attribute and the multi-value attribute of the combination, right? Then composite value attributes create the problems to storing and retrieving the data, so remove using the decomposition. So you have to write this example. First, that is the customer, and this is the table contains the two datas, that is Gia and Jenny. That particular society and city, it's Amulvas and Saranivas. City respectively Rajkot and Mumbai. Contact number, that is the 9854658961 and 258965. Then next 985458588961. So these are the context number. How we have to bifurcate this composite value attribute and multi-value attribute. So here the solution of a customer, that is contain the customer ID, name and society and city. Here you can see all the data are individuals, that is no any composite value attribute and multi-value attribute, right? So, and second table, that is the customer contact, customer ID that contains the contact number, right? So respectively CO1, CO1, CO2, right? So this is about the first normal form solution, right? So these are the two approach we can follow for the first normal form solution. Okay, so hope you understand this topic, and this is the most important question in each and every question paper, this question to be asked, right? So prepare well, and this solution you have to write down. I have already mentioned in the first approach and second approach, so you have to follow this two approach. Whenever they are asking about the first normal form, then you have to write first the criteria, then what is the problem arise, and the problem solution with the example. Okay, so hope you understand this topics, and today's most MP question, that is the what is normalization. List out the different types of normalization, then explain the first normal form. Okay, hope you understand this topics. Thank you.